You can head on to the Vibes Radio YouTube, of course, as well as Instagram, Facebook for the highlights, and you get to hear the whole entire story.
Yes.
Mama C, first of all, just made us laugh because she's very honest, and she said one of the things that really motivated her was the fine brothers in the black barrettes, in the black jeans, and the belts, the shades, the barrette. Kanona hapa. Nezangukia nakaangukia kweli till today, 50 something years in a relationship. Those stories don't come easy. And big up sana, it's Stir It Up with Mama C.
Yes, and if you missed the first part of the Stir It Up, of course, we're talking about the Black Panthers. Yes, the Black Panther Party. Originally, the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense was a revolutionary socialist political organization founded by the Marxist college students, Bobby Seale, who was the chairman, and of course, Huey Newton in October 1966 in Oakland, California. Yes, we've been talking about the Black Panthers, and that was from the first day. And of course, last week we had a chance to talk with Mama C. Yes, and like I told you, mimi kwanza linibamba sana kwanza kibonga juu ya the black jackets. My leather jackets.
I'm telling you. So today we got to ask her, what did they learn when they first landed in Tanzania?
Is learning how to work hard. You know, when Brother Pete and I first came to Tanzania, we became farmers, and we didn't know anything about farming at all. You know, of course, I had seen some of the gardens in Kansas City and other cities that my elders had, tomatoes and okra and greens and things like that, but I wasn't the one to plant them. So when we first started, we would dig holes about a foot deep, put seeds in there, water it, and expect it to grow. Well, our neighbors found that pretty hilarious, but they did eventually start teaching us the ways and means of growing food. Plus, we had books that people had sent us, especially the Mother Earth catalog that taught us so much about not only raising our food, and I say we were self-sufficient, but also in raising the various animals that we had, including cows and pigs and thousands of chickens, and how to be completely self-sufficient as far as our food went.
Welcome to the headquarters of Positive Vibes. This is Cease and Sickle on 104.5 Vibes Radio. Nobody can stop reggae.
Now, we found out that they learned how to farm. Can you imagine Sheriff Unafika Yani from States, fresh off America, and then you land in Tanzania and then at the farm? I can only imagine. And then she's telling you they used to make holes 1 foot. Imagine futi moja.
Yes.
Chini, and then make seeds na maji mna expect kitu igrow. Alafu unajua ma neighbors wao ni watu yani wale the real farmers.
Alafu unajua watu zetu ni wale wa kukupea maneno.
Sasa wanaangalia hawa wase wametoka States. Alafu wamekuja hapa kututengezea mashimo za 1 foot. But I love the way she's so positive about everything that she went through. It's not, somebody else would be like, oh yeah, then we had such a hard time.
Yes.
Nanini, but she's very positive, and that's just the spirit of Mama C. I really love it. Now, they have the center, the UACC. She told us about it last time.
Yes.
It's a center where they do community work. They help a lot of young children, as I told you as well. And we asked her how they started the UACC.
So we've been in Tanzania since 1972. And after learning to be homesteaders and building on the land and embracing the culture of the villages of Tanzania, we saw the need expressed by elders in our community who saw us doing so many innovative works. We were asked to start teaching classes and sharing some of the knowledge that we have learned over the years, knowledge in building, knowledge in arts and music and just sustainability. So we were given a plot of land in Maji Achai that was being developed by people in the community, and that's where we built our first community center, and which developed into the United African Alliance Community Center. We teach all kinds of classes here, from learn about computers, basic computers, to music and music production, indigenous music, filmmaking and editing, tailoring, dancing, carpentry, you name it, we teach it. And if somebody comes here to visit us and they have some kind of knowledge that they want to share, even if it's for a few days, we ask them to roll up their sleeves and share the knowledge with the youth in our community.
Vibes Radio, #1 for dancehall.
Lovers Rock. Leo kidogo nimeingia kichaka ya Lovers. Kidogo.
Nabamba sana. I love it. The vibes is super nice. Always on season circle. We are stirring it up today and we're talking to Mama C from the Black Panther movement. It is part 2. We did part 1 last week. And the week before that, we did an introduction to Black Panther. And as you heard before, she was talking about the center and everything they teach. Super cool. I've been there with Sydney Salmon and some brethren from Ethiopia. I've been there on my own when Tafari was about 1 year. And you can get to do a lot of community work there. It's a very amazing, quiet, super nice place. Yes. So we got to ask about the home now that they have in Arusha. And this is what she told us.
Brother P, MZP, a.k.a. Babu, he saw the need to establish a children's home, and we don't like to say orphanage. It's a children's home, and it's called the Leaders of Tomorrow Children's Home. And indeed, these children are learning how to be leaders. We have been raising 26 to 28 children for the last almost 12 years. He has gotten scholarships for some of the older children, and they're able to go to some of the really good private schools in Arusha. Some of the other children who are newbies here, they go to some of our village primary schools. Some of the others go to nearby secondary schools. So the thing is that we have been able to instill in these children confidence in being around all kind of people, confidence in who they are, and confidence in embracing the mantle of leaders of tomorrow.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
And yes, we're also stirring it up still, talking to Mama C from the Black Panther movement. And the story is very interesting. And I love the positive works that they're doing. You see, Sheriff, from a foundation of like Black Panther, and then bringing that kind of vibe to Africa, that's super amazing, because they're not just doing community work of teaching. They're also 26 kids for the last 12 years going to different schools. So it's like a children's home, ni nyumbani, amuna wazazi, whatever, but the Mzee Peter may get scholarships for them and stuff like that. And this is the thing I've been trying to say, that why do we have to wait for people to come from afar and afar to do these things when we can all as communities pull together to help our country, to help the society, instead of just sitting there and waiting? And a good example, I keep going back to this one, is the free breakfast for children that the Panthers started, and government followed the same thing. So this is just a nice way to see how Wase Walitoka states, imagine, started farming, took the land,
they came here, they had to learn.
They had to learn, and they've been doing this positive works for such a long time. Just inspires me, to be able to think like even us, we're able to do the same thing and help our communities as well.
Shida yetu ni wagankulialia kila saa. As in, we've got the farmlands, we've got the lands, and we can even
we even know how to farm.
We know how to farm. We've got the seedlings, we've got practically everything around us.
Exactly.
But we're always waiting for somebody else to come out and point to us that you can do this. It's something that is there in front of your eyes. It's only that you need to have a change of mindset. For you to have a change of thought. And how can I expand beyond what I'm doing, the scope of what I'm doing?
Yeah, man.
And yes, we're setting it up and talking to Mama C, and we asked her how the stay in Tanzania has been so far. And this is what she had to say.
So it's been a real blessing, being here in Tanzania. This is home. Since we left the States when I was 19 years old, and we've lived in Africa ever since, you know, do the math. I've spent just about all my life growing and thriving with my husband, with our community here in Tanzania. What a blessing that is. I don't think I mentioned that I'm also the co-founder and programs director here at UAACC. In addition, I'm a musician, I'm a poet, um, I love hip hop. I'm usually the oldest one at the different hip hop concerts. I'm also a priest in one of our ancient African spiritualities, which is Orisha Ifa. I'm a healer, uh, filmmaker. Heck, I might be a dancer and don't know it. But I'm a blessed person, no doubt about that. And in the words of one of our comrades, Brother Setawale, who was also in exile but who has passed away a few years ago, something he used to say, and me and Brother Pete continue to embrace the fact that we're going to bop till we drop.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
And yes, it is here, season second. And of course, we are stirring it up. And we are still talking to Mama C right now about her works in Tanzania. You can imagine over 40 years, about 40 years in TZ.
Yes.
That's more than how many years she lived in the States. Hey. Now for Mama C, she's been blessed enough to be able to go back and forth. She goes and raises money. She does tours in the universities in the States and raises money to help the center. But imagine, Mzee Pete has never been able to touch in a States again. Ever.
Ni exile kwa ni exile na ndio exile.
Na ndio exile na nyapaka leo amedecide tu ndio hivyo. People come to visit him. Imagine in the mountains huko of Arusha anakuja anamvisit anarudi. He's lost family, he's lost friends, he hasn't been able to go. So it's quite a sacrifice, unajua, and all this is because you believed in something when you were younger, yes, and you stood up for something. Now, we also asked Mama C to tell us about how the teachings of the Black Panther made her adaptable to the new environment and also lessons that she's learned over the years.
I also learned through my interactions with many other Panthers and through the political education classes that we had was the fact that we are not a minority, and the fact that we had every right to and privilege to look at ourselves and live as members of the international global community. And I feel like that to this day. You know, I can interact with just about anybody, no matter what culture they're from, no matter what language they speak, you know, because of that experience of learning about the liberation struggles that were happening all over Africa and even in Asia and other parts of the world, you know, and looking at myself as a member of the international global community, the global family, has persisted in giving me the confidence to be the woman that I am. One of the most powerful lessons that I have carried into my life, even at this ripe, elderly age of almost 70, is the lessons that I learned concerning community service. And I have embraced that so strongly that it has actually become a part of my DNA, a part of who I am as a woman who lives in Africa among the communities here, whether it be in the rural villages or in the urban areas. And that thing is community service, to the point where if I'm not doing community service some kind every day, I feel guilty. I also feel that another lesson that has followed me all the way to Africa and is woven into my life and woven into the woman that I am.
Catch the vibes on air and online.
And of course, a little bit of an outro from Mama C. We have been super blessed to have her on the Story Top. And of course, on the next hour, it is Wagwan, and we have a topic on Wagwan. The topic was, Sheriff, are you that partner who you're able to see, to notice when your partner is going through some emotional stress? It could be financial stress. And are you the type of person who's able to uplift your partner? Umtoe kwa hizo shida, yani akonazo, umtoe umfanye yani a happy person. Umewahi kusikia mtu akisema fulani kutoka kutana na fulani siku hizi hata nang'aa, face yake imeshine, mambo imekuwa tu mazuri. That is somebody happy. Happy from in their heart. Ama kutoka fulani mazee akutane na fulani siku hizi amebit, amechapa, amekana stress, amekata weight. So that's what we're going to be talking about on Wagwan. But right now, Mama C telling us about the legacy.
But one thing I love to reflect on and to let people know is that even though he is in exile, he is still living his purpose. He's still walking in community service, you know, and he's still walking in blessings. So to me, that's the greatest revenge. It didn't stop any of the work, and we continue to carry on so much of the same work that we were doing as members of the Black Panther Party, and that's a sure enough blessing, y'all. I give thanks for this opportunity to speak to your listeners, and everybody be blessed. Everybody find ways and means to spread peace and love in the world, because we need it, y'all. Peace and love and blessings. Our website is uaacc.net. I'm on Facebook as Charlotte Hill O'Neill Oshatundi Fasuyi, which is my spiritual name. Like to hear from some of y'all. I'm on SoundCloud too at Mama C 2011. I'm on YouTube. Y'all can catch me on YouTube. I got too many channels. I'm trying to consolidate all of them. And may you all be blessed, safe, protected, and spread the love, y'all. Peace and blessings.
Playing real reggae music on Vibes Radio. This is Cease and Sickle on 104.5 Vibes Radio. Nobody can stop reggae.